Hi, I thought I'd come online today and have a little chat with you about some of the things that I have noticed are troubling some of my clients and myself, in fact. And so I thought this was a really good opportunity to get real and share some of my insight. The main thing I'm thinking about is in these current circumstances, we're all encouraged to stay at home and we're either working from home or not working. We may have extra worries around finances and economics, around relationships, and there may be additional triggers in terms of stress. And I wanted to talk to you about that, and I wanted to introduce you to a new idea maybe of the invitation to just be. In the last week, I found myself thinking, there are so many things I could be doing with my time. There are so many projects that I could be starting or completing, and yet I lack the motivation to do it. And in the process of talking to my clients, I've begun to recognise there's a pattern here for all of us, a pattern of inertia, of lacking the motivation, and of laying ourselves under the pressure of I should be doing this, I should be doing that, what about this, what about that, I should be resolving this concern, resolving that concern, looking after this person, looking after that person, etc., etc. And at the same time, we're being encouraged by people online, left, right and centre, to do something creative, do something different, start a project, and so on and so forth. And I'm coming online really to say to you, these are all great ideas. And yes, we do have time on our hands. And yes, it would be lovely to use that time and be as productive as possible. However, we're also, for many of us, in shock. We're experiencing an environment that we're having to live in that is entirely new. It's completely unique to us. Of course, it's an introvert's paradise in many ways, but for those of us that are used to having busy times, going out, doing lots, filling our time, and being busy people, then this is a really unusual and uncomfortable experience. And if we're not careful, it will increase our stress levels. And it's important to understand that your stress levels compromise or strengthen your immune system. So if you have many stress triggers around you, your immune system becomes compromised and your ability to fight infection is compromised. And so I'm wanting to urge you to minimize your stress triggers and to eliminate the word should from your vocabulary. And so this message primarily is about inviting you to just be. And it's about allowing yourself to be in the space that you're in, to let the ideas that are flowing through your brain to settle, and to let the rhythm of your days begin to evolve in its own natural pattern around you. And as you think through these ideas of projects and things that you could be doing and things that you should perhaps be doing, I would encourage you to give yourself the opportunity to let them just settle. And then let the priorities evolve and emerge in their own way, and you'll know which things to do first. At the same time as allowing yourself to just be, I want to encourage you to maintain some sense of routine and structure to your day. I want to encourage you to consider getting up at the same time, going to bed at the same time, and dressing as if you were going to leave the house in your normal day. It doesn't necessarily mean you put your shirt and tie on if you're not going into a meeting or an office environment, but get dressed, maybe as if it's a Saturday. And that allowance of structure to be maintained helps you to keep your days feeling as if there's purpose to them. At the same time, when you do have your priorities sorted and you do feel like you're ready to embark upon a project, I'd really like to encourage you not to focus too much on the outcome. And I'll talk you through the idea of checking in with your negative thinking or your positive thinking and putting some corrective measures in. So I'm going to do this by taking a real life example of a creative project that was given to me as a gift by my sister, which I still haven't started. And we're talking about perhaps 3 years ago, she gave me this lampshade kit, and all I had to do was buy the fabric and follow the instructions and create a lampshade. And it shouldn't really be that hard, should it? But I haven't done it. And in fact, I made it slightly harder for myself by deciding that instead of choosing fabric, I was going to create my own fabric. And I bought myself some paints and some stamps, some block printing stamps, and they're all sitting in a bag looking pretty, waiting to be started. So here's an example of a negative thought process that I'm going to give you the ideas of how to reframe. So here I am sitting here thinking about getting stuck into my lampshade project, and all I can really think is, what's the point in getting started on that? You'll probably never finish it. Even if you do finish it, it'll be an embarrassment and you won't want to use it. That's not a very helpful thought process. How about we reframe it and say something like this? Even though I can't envisage the end product and the outcome of this project, maybe, just maybe, I can immerse myself in planning it, beginning it, and the process of doing it, regardless of the outcome. And I think that's quite a big message for today, because we are very often attached to the outcomes of everything that we do. We set ourselves goals and we're focused on outcome. And outcome is difficult to really predict at the moment. We're living in very uncertain times. We don't know how long we'll be in lockdown, and we really truly can't actually predict what the outcomes of anything is going to be. So engage with the moment. Do what feels right here and now. Don't pressurize yourself, but do encourage yourself to get stuck into something at the right time. And if the time at the moment is just be, then just be. And in the same moment, encourage yourselves to be kind, to be patient to yourself and to each other. So that's all for today. And if you would like, you can come back to me with ideas and questions and thoughts, and I'll cover them in my next speaking. But for now, I just want to say, be kind and be patient, and I'll see you tomorrow.